Welcome, mortals, to the realm of Kaiser and Estraya. It's been like 3 weeks because, well, I suck. Well, actually, that's not completely true. It's only mostly true. So, I got stuck in Harvey in Houston, and so I stayed even longer at my boyfriend's house than I intended. So, like, I had 2 weeks, after my internship ended, before school started, and I couldn't really stream at my boyfriend's house. So that's what the 2 weeks were for. And then this week has been my first week of school, and oh my god, it's been insane. I have a new apartment, and so I've been just trying to like buy new furniture because I have none, and set that up, and go to class and blah. So it's been a long time. All I know is that we were romancing Sam before. I don't even remember how like far we got. We're just gonna dive into this journey. Well, this seems to be the most recent. Is it though? Because I remember. Oh, see, there's Sam. And it looks like this save has to do with like whether or not we betray Diana, right? And then I guess we'll load this one. Okay. So, oh gosh, I don't even remember like what we decided on the like betray or not betray. I guess. I guess we can go back, like, right?
It's X-Men.
What?
Enough. Well.
Okay.
What does a human know?
Whip. Okay, so it looks like we chose to not betray Diana, and I'm sure I'll go back and get the other ending. My plan is just finish this ending because I remember I really liked Sam's story, and so yeah, I really wanted to do that. So let's see. Let's quickly refresh what I even remember about this. Sam, am I even like saying the right person? Oh, I did not mean to do that. It is Sam, right? I feel like I'd be really embarrassed. Okay, yes, it is Sam. I'm like, ooh. So, right, he was the only one of the brothers who didn't necessarily want to come to the human world. He just wanted to stay with his brothers. He still hates his dad. We got to talk to a motherfucking dragon. We beat the dragon test. And hopefully this means that Diana is done fucking with us, because, I mean, god damn, she was, like, annoying in this one, where she's just like, I'm just gonna listen to what this dragon says, it's fine, whatever. So, I guess I will continue on. Reading voice activated. I had been kidnapped and taken to the demon world by the demon lord, trapped here unless he or I died. And then Sam and I had haunted... What? Then Sam and I had haunted by a powerful demon that had been hell-bent on testing us. I think they meant then Sam and I had been haunted by a powerful being that had been hell-bent on testing us. This entire week had become a wild roller coaster ride of excitement that I would never have expected. Yeah, I mean, we didn't know dragons existed until now. Still, there was no joy to be found in adventure and my curiosity thanked destiny... What? Oh, there was joy to be found in adventure, and my curiosity thanked destiny for letting me experience it. Now all I wanted to do was to get home and marry the man I loved. Yeah, that would be good. So this is probably right before the battle, right? As Sam finally entered the room at last, I smiled and stood, walking over and wrapping my arms around him.
You ready to go home?
I am so ready, babe. More than ready. We held each other locked in silence and unable to say anything more. We let the situation we had just gone through sink in, relieved that we were going to be happy from now on together. All we could do in the moment was hold each other and listen to our synchronized heartbeats. Kokoro. As the thought of tomorrow danced in my head, I began to grow fearful. Was I ready to go into battle? Was Sam, or any of us for that matter? We were about to walk into the final clash of a world war. Yeah, no pressure. Would we survive? Okay, we just, beat a dragon test. Honestly, the Demon Lord doesn't scare me after that. Would I live to remain with Sam and feel his embrace again? Tomorrow brought too many questions to think about, and I became frustrated and scared. So, with this one we did with Sergeant, right, as a subplot. So, I mean, we're gonna be like a total badass. Make love to Sam or sleep. I know what I would like to do, but we can't. So, I guess we'll sleep. We would survive. We would be okay. I felt safe in Sam's arms, and I'm sure he felt the safe in mine. We would return to the human world and be okay. Sam kissed my forehead, feeling my exhaustion, and we tucked ourselves in, wrapping each other in our arms and escaping one last time to the darkness of slumber. Man, the volume is really quiet. Oh, this is annoying. Y'all are probably you're gonna stop hearing it for a second so I can turn it up. Okay, that's a little better. Multi-output device. Okay. Hopefully that fixed it. I would be very sad if it didn't. Okie dokie. Sam kissed my forehead, feeling my exhaustion, and we tucked ourselves in, wrapping each other in our arms and escaping one last time to the darkness of slumber. Tomorrow would decide everything. Oh boy. The day of the siege had finally dawned. We had arrived at the Demon Lord's castle and were ready as we could be. Many armies bearing different banners and colors washed over the grounds before the castle, ready to rush in and lay waste to the Demon Lord and the remainder of his forces. All of us shared a common enemy and, upon his demise, would all finally know some sort of form of peace. Even during the roll call of the major generals, the air became full of determination and pride.
Mirth! Avarice! Nausea! Fiorna! Aradum!
I just realized, mirth could mean happiness, avarice is greed. I wonder what the others mean. Each name called became a mark on history. This was the war to bring freedom or destruction to the demon world. If the rebellion didn't win this fight, then this world would never end. If the rebellion won, then the world would become united in a hopefully peaceful rule. The hour before the battle was set to take place. My thoughts instantly ran back to our final meeting in Lilith Castle. Diana had pulled the leaders and us together, instructing us on how exactly to proceed.
Sarah, you will be joining Shadow and Sergeant in the front, taking care of the main army head-on. I expect that you will come out of it alive.
Yeah, Sarah.
Yes, my lady.
Rabbit, Faye, you are in charge of range attacks and defense. We cannot allow any of those blasted imps getting to us from behind.
Oh, but why not?
Yes, ma'am!
As Diana looked at me, I grew slightly fearful. I had to get into the Demon Lord's castle, but how exactly did Diana plan on getting me there?
You and your fiancé will take the side route straight to the castle.
Right.
Wait, huh? We've organized our army to have our strongest on the front lines and against the tree line, giving us a side route for you to make your way straight to the castle.
If anything trickles into the side route, you'll be able to handle it. However, there is something I must ask of you.
What is it?
If you are indeed attacked, you need to defend your fiancé the entire way there. Do not let him use his energy.
I love how Sam looks like, what?
Like hell she will.
Yeah, that's about what I expected him to say.
When you get to the castle, I will be fighting one-on-one with the Demon Lord. If something should happen to me, then I need you to take over. She is not ready to fight him, and you need to be at full strength to finish him off.
She's right, though.
She'll be fine. Don't go doubting her strength just yet.
Oh, I guess Sergeant likes me, damn. I stared, listening and reaffirming the order. I couldn't lie, I was nervous. However, I was determined enough to see this through. I looked over at my fiancé with a confident smile. I got this. Don't worry about it. Despite the worried look in his eyes, he nodded and held my hand, trusting me in my decision to agree with Diana's command. Diana rolled her shoulders and looked at the map draped over the war table between us all. Her gaze pierced into the parchment as the aura around her body pulsated in anger. Oh,
I will
Lord.
fly ahead and meet the Demon Lord head-on. No matter what happens, I will not allow that monster to live.
The pure determination and anger in her voice practically sent a shiver down my spine. She was set on seeing this through to the end, and I was sure that she was willing to even die if it meant taking the Demon Lord with her. Oh, we know it. What do you want?
Might I suggest a simple solution to deal with the Demon Lord?
This is different.
What is it?
Shadow turned and pointed to the map, his finger pressing against a tower structure on the Demon Lord's castle.
If my scouts are correct, then that tower directly hovers over the decaying sea.
What of it? The what? Shadow turned to me with an unamused grimace while Rabbit stepped towards me, hugging her staff to her body.
The decaying sea. A cursed stretch of water that has plagued this side of the demon world for thousands of years. Many demons have fallen into that water and were never seen again. It's no ordinary sea. It's an eternal death wish.
Well, shit. Yeah, this is totally different. Also, I love how Rabbit's talking, but we're not actually seeing her. Just from the look in Rabbit's eyes, I could tell that this sea was bad news. Well, no shit, it's called the Decaying Sea. Shadow nodded at Rabbit's description, adding more to the fright of the waters the castle was pressed against.
Any creature unfortunate enough to fall into that cursed stretch of water will be doomed to sink into an endless black void. They can never die due to the dark magic in the water, but they can never come back up. There's no saving them.
But, like, why can't we just kill him? Like, I mean, yeah, it's eternal, like, torment, but, like, I don't know. I don't trust this. I became fearful just thinking about going near it. However, Diana crossed her arms and stared blankly at Shadow.
So you wish for me to drag him up to the tower and toss him over?
Precisely. It would make killing him much easier, wouldn't you think?
Why is this the first time we've heard of this? Diana pressed her lips together, not agreeing or disagreeing with the suggestion given to her. However, the conversation quickly turned back to the matter at hand. What? The remaining incubi and the wives were asked to stay behind the army and guard the main base, where Rabbit and Faye were Faye were stationed. They needed as many eyes as possible in the back of the battle, so the four couples were perfect to keep things in check. Okay, so, like, they just presented that and we're just moving on? What? What's happening? As they agreed, the meeting ended and the mental preparation had begun. The idea of the upcoming battle scared me, sending waves of fear and worry up and down my body in response to the thought.
Meh. Big crowd for a dickhead old man, huh?
Yeah, really. Huh? I looked at the map on the war table, seeing multiple markers clutter in an open field in front of the Demon Lord's castle. According to Sergeant, there were hundreds of thousands of soldiers prepared to march, all ready to shed blood. I, however, looked at Sam with worried. I was frightened and yet determined, worried yet pushing myself to be brave and step forward. Sensing this, Sam wrapped his hand around mine and gave it a squeeze. Wow, he must have, like, telepathy with me or some shit.
Hey, whatever happens, we'll do it together, all right?
Did we do the demon marriage? Because, like, I want to do the demon marriage. Like, we're about to fucking die. Couldn't we, like, do this now? I mean, I would really like that, you know, since these are, like, our last hours. Just saying. I'll listen to him speak before nodding and taking in a deep breath. Everything would be okay. We would be fine. This is, like, the 5th time I've said this. I did believe in myself to get us to the castle when the time was right. Oh, hallelujah. Alright. Yep. Diana's a symbol.
Militates!
She gets to scream some Latin. What is she saying?
She's saying that everyone's here for the same thing and we're gonna paint the walls with blood.
Sam, he's so blunt. Oh, really?
Well, not literally, but that should kick everyone's ass in gear.
He's right. Yep. At the same time, I knew she was doing the right thing. Yeah, whatever. Woo! Yeah, she flies off.
To battle!
She sounds so cool. And we're fighting now. Oh,
we must hurry.
I want to see my bay in demon form. Yeah, look at his horns. Just love it so much. Understanding the need for urgency, I nodded and rushed forward with the rest of the incubi towards the slope down the mountainside.
Everything is in order. Sergeant Diana's guard are at the front lines, while Shadow is with his legion to the west.
You got a straight line to that bastard.
We've done what we can to keep your way clear. We'll try to make sure the battle won't break through the path.
I nodded, feeling the need to rush, nip at my heels, pushing me forward. My fiancé seemed to agree, gripping my hand and walking at my pace alongside me. However, as we finally arrived at the forest line, Faye and Rabbit stopped, looking at us.
Straight through here. The sound of the war will always be on your right, so do not get lost.
It's a literal straight line, Rabbit.
You'll be fine though, just follow the tree line.
Exactly. In sync, my fiancé and I nodded in acknowledgement before turning to see the other brothers and their wives. So, this is it.
Remember your surroundings and protect each other.
Be careful, alright? Make sure you stay safe.
You know, my only problem with the wives of the other incubi is that they just kind of exist. Like, they have no, like... They don't do anything, you know? They're just there. Which, I mean, whatever.
Princess, brother, we'll see you in the end.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's like, really, depending on your path, the other brothers don't matter much either. It's only like, they only matter if the brother has a certain problem with another brother. And I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
We have faith in you. You'll make it there, and we'll return to the human world soon.
Irene.
We'll finish this and rush in as soon as we can, alright?
Alright, Hufflepuff.
Make sure you kick some serious ass. Show that old goat what he gets for messing with you.
Okay.
We'll win this. We know we can.
You can do this, and we'll see you soon, okay?
Okie dokie. I smiled despite the nerves running through my body. I held onto my fiancé's hand and gave it a hard squeeze before receiving one back in kind. We'll finish this and then we'll go home. The group nodded before I slowly turned and looked back to the tree line, took a breath, and rushed forward. Matching my speed, my love followed, weaving through the trees behind me not to lose sight of me. The journey was surprisingly swift. The sound of war clashed beside us outside of the tree line, causing me to cover my ears a bit from volume. But I shook my head and pressed forward, not wanting to become distracted. The goal was to get to the castle. I had to focus. Before I could, however, I stopped at the sight of imps trickling from the direction of the castle in our direction. My rage began to ignite in my core, sending the world around me to fill with a red, misty hue. I snarled as I lurched forward and let out a resounding battle cry that echoed through the air. Oh, yeah. If Sam doesn't get a boner from this, I'm gonna be offended. Grah! I could barely hear my incubus jump back at the sound, surprised to see me and hear me do what I did. Yeah, he's probably like, oh shit. Babe's on a rampage.
Whoa. What the hell?
Oh, you've seen nothing yet, my dear. However, I didn't care at the moment. All I could focus on were the imps that I'd successfully stopped and intimidated with my howl. Get out of my way! I jutted my hand forward, quickly forming a red orb and blasting it forward, letting it shoot through the trees and land on one of the imps, exploding on impact. Man, I'm just like a flat-out murderer. The explosion forced many around him to be blasted away against trees or against the ground, disoriented. I wasn't going to let them pass me by, though, stepping forward and letting my instinct rush me forward at them. My body instantly reappeared in front of an imp as I swung my fist high, slamming it into the imp's face and practically breaking his head from his neck. The pain in my knuckles flared, but I didn't care. Adrenaline rushed through me and it quickly dissolved it. Damn. Oh man, this is badass. I'm just imagining like my character go like full like MMA fighter sort of style, just like whoa. The remaining imps began to quake and step back in fear, most likely never anticipating a human decimating their number. I wasn't so friendly and merciful, especially in my rage, as I lunged forward again and kicked another imp, hearing the breaking of his ribs echo through the forest. Each time my eyes locked on an imp, I rushed to be in front of him before he could react, and either severely knocked them out of commission or killed them. Imps were almost easier than the damn dummy I practiced with. Oh shit. My incubus, despite probably being surprised at my carnage, followed as I continued forward, fighting through every imp that came in our way. I had lost count of how many crossed me, but I didn't care. All I cared about was getting to the castle. By the time we reached the end of the forest, there were a slew of dead and unconscious bodies behind me. I stood at the tree line, panting and feeling waves of angry heat rush through my veins. Also, oh shit, I hit a weird... Okay. I was like, what the fuck did I just do? I hit the wrong, like, shortcut. Okay. I had to enlarge the thing because it got all messed up. Okay. I wanted to see this. I just wanted to see the door. That's all I wanted. Okay. I panted for air, slowly focusing on calming down as my energy quickly depleted from its adrenaline-filled high. That was all I could do before my energy was expended and a wave of exhaustion rolled through my body. I began to fall forward, exhausted. My fiancé, however, quickly rushed forward and caught me in his arms. Hell yeah.
Oh shit! Are you okay?
I love Sam. I just love his language. Oh shit! Huh? I looked up to see Sam staring down at me with a deeply concerned gaze. We were safe for the moment, so I merely smiled up at him with a nod. Aren't you proud of me, babe? I'm fine. I promise to protect you like you protect me. Sam pressed his lips together and shook his head, glaring down at me before wrapping his arms fully around me and hugging me to him. He's probably like, okay, but you didn't have to, go that far. Dude.
You fucking doofus.
Yes, I am a fucking doofus. I'm so glad you understand. I hugged him back, feeling relief that we had finally arrived at the castle. We're about to rush inside. As we slowly pulled away, Sam lifted me up and helped me to my feet.
You gonna be okay?
Oh, yeah. I nodded, shaking off the exhaustion from my mind. I was ready to end this. I looked up to the castle gates and felt a rush of determination run through me. Let's finish this. Dun, 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 dun. With that, Sam and I raced forward. Okay, the final battle had begun. Dun, 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 dun. At the gates, however, stood a figure that seemed to pose almost pridefully in our path. Sam and I stopped our run and took in who was standing in our way. For some reason, he seemed familiar. Is this a demon lord? Who?
Finally, you showed up.
What? Malix? Malix is the villain from the first movie. He comes to, try to kill us. That voice. My mind finally clicked, linking the voice to a memory I wish I had forgotten. However, it couldn't have been. Shouldn't he be dead? No way! Whoa, what? I played the first game, but I don't remember him looking like this. What? Look at his face! Is that the anime, where they eat each other? Why? I don't remember the name of the anime, but literally just look at his smile and you know which one I'm talking about. Alrighty then. Sam began to growl almost animalistically as the figure stepped out of the shadow of the gate. His face was covered by a terrifying devil mask, but I recognized him despite the fact. His white hair, his red skin, there was no way it could have been.
Missed me, bitch?
Yeah, I did. How you doing?
Malix!
He's like, "Rrr." I'm like, hey, bruh, how's it going? Looking good, looking good. At the sound of his name, Malix reached up and removed the mask from his face. Oh, hello. Aw, he's kind of cute. Revealing a large amount of scars and wounds that were hidden away. Despite this, there was also a smirk plastered from ear to ear on Malix's cheeks. Was he, revived?
You're supposed to be dead!
Yeah, really.
You didn't think I actually died, did you? Only pussy little boys like you can get taken out like that.
Okay, I don't like you anymore. I hate it when people use, pussy as an insult, okay? My genitalia does not mean I'm weak. I know, that's such a picky thing, but it's, so annoying. Because, being a dick is just being, mean. But being a pussy means that you're just, being a weakling coward. That's just so wrong. Don't like it. Disapprove. My heart froze at the fact that he was still alive. It couldn't have been. I'd seen what had happened to him. He was supposed to be dead. Malix inhaled a deep breath and stretched out his arms, looking around with the largest grin on his face before turning to Sam. Dude, we have, dragon powers. You're so fucking dead.
Isn't this the most brutal war you've ever seen? Legions killing each other for no goddamn reason other than to rule this pathetic plane. It makes me want to make popcorn and watch the bloodshed.
He's got a point. Sam glared hard at Malix, taking a step towards him. Malix, however, cackled in response and locked eyes with the incubus.
Of course. I came here for a reason. I can't just sit on my ass and watch. Too bad, though. This is some great entertainment.
Dude, I love this guy's voice. Like, whoever is doing the voice acting for this character is just fucking fantastic.
And why are you here, asswipe? Got a real death wish this time?
Yes.
What makes you think you can kill me? Besides, aren't you trying to save energy to fight your old man?
Yeah, I really wish that now I had saved mine so that, like, I could just kick his ass. That would be so satisfying after the first game. Because the only time you ever, so there's the route with the boys, and if you take the boys route, they come in and save you from Malix. But there's also a route where you basically master your magic that you learn about from your grandpa, and you fight Malix on your own. And when you do that, I don't know if it's in Diana's route, but I know if you go after one of the two of your friends and the human guy, because there's like one other guy and he's like human, and his route was okay. But yeah, basically point being is that, you fight him. So, but it would be really cool if we could fight him. Malix stuffed his hands into his pockets and leaned back, puffing his chest out and flaunting the burnt insignia on his chest. Ugh.
I got sent here by the head of hell himself, straight from the top. And I got the best seats in the house to the bloodiest war this plane has ever seen.
So, okay, wait a second. You're telling me, okay, we know that there's heaven, because we know that Seduce is from heaven, so there's a heaven realm, there's the human realm, there's a demon realm, and there's a separate realm for hell? Why? Why? Sam chuckled, cracking his knuckles. Oh, look at his cute little face. He's ready to take some ass and kick some names.
Funny! I thought Satan only gave a shit about devils who didn't get their faces beaten in. Seems like he's getting soft.
Instantly, Malix's face shifted to an angry scowl, making the smirk on Sam's face widen.
Now that you're all hot and bothered, wanna tell me what you're up to before I send you back with your head up your ass?
Well, first I'm gonna paint these gates with your blood. Then wait until this war is over before I annihilate every fucking demon left and make this world a part of hell, just like it was supposed to be.
Okay, why is this happening? We're supposed to be fighting the demon lord, and now all of a sudden, what? I feel like we've gone on like some random beaten path.
You're funny for a dead man.
Am I? You tried to kill me once before, dipshit, and look where that got you. Didn't work out so well, did it?
I mean, considering you haven't messed with us for 2 years, I think it worked out pretty well. Malix stretched his neck to side, making a loud, echoey crack sound reverberate through the air. I winced at the sound.
What makes this so funny is that it won't matter who wins this war in the end. Once it's over, I'll send for my boys and we'll fuck everyone up while they're celebrating. Ha! It'll be the bloodiest celebration this plane has ever seen!
What?
Then we'll seal this world and fuse it with hell, giving Satan a whole world full of demon soldiers and slaves at his disposal. The chaos of this world practically begged for a war to tear it apart. Now the abyssal planes will truly be a part of hell, like the fuckfaces of heaven intended.
Why would... Okay, I have several problems with this. One, this is game one, bad guy coming in randomly in this route. He was in none of the others, as we've seen before. Two, he's doing the typical villain thing where he's telling his entire plot, his entire plan before we kill him. So we know what to expect. And three, why, if you are, on Satan's side, why would you want to follow what heaven intended? Isn't your opposites, literal opposites. Why would you, why? Just...
Not if I make sure you don't get the chance, fucker.
Malix cackled wildly, staring at Sam with a maddened expression. His eyes burned with insane bloodlust as he smirked and licked his teeth. Who does that? Who actually licks their teeth?
It's this world's destiny, shithead! Even humans know that demons belong in hell.
Well, he does have a point, but... No, they don't. Yeah. I felt myself become angrier at Malix. Demons and devils were completely different, and demons, except for the Demon Lord, did not belong anywhere near hell. Okay, so now we're making this distinction?
Think about it, will ya? How many brainless humans think that demons come from hell? They put demons and devils together like they're no different from each other.
That doesn't make it right, dude.
It's inevitable. Every shit stain on this world is gonna bow down to the Lord of Hell, and we'll rip apart the gates of heaven together.
I see. So he's just trying to go from one realm to the next, you know, just kicking ass and taking names. Sam stepped forward once more, crackling his knuckles at his sides. Yeah, why are we letting him talk? Let's just kill him.
I am so sick of hearing your voice, Malix. Let's just end this.
Yeah, really. God, I love Sam. He's like my soulmate.
I almost forgot the best part.
Malix locked eyes with me, suddenly making a violent tremor run down my spine. His gaze spoke nothing but sadistic intent, and his words made his stare much more terrifying. What, you wanna fuck?
Just because I can. After we're done taking over this world, I'm gonna take that human bitch and make her the fuck toy of Satan's army.
First of all, no. And second of all, no. And third of all, no. And also, you probably just made Sam so mad, he's going to rip your head off of your body. Like just one you're dead. You're just so fucking dead now. Yep. Yeah, I knew it. Instantly, Sam vanished and reappeared in front of Malix, swinging a punch at him. However, he only made contact with a vanishing afterimage. Before I could blink, Malix had disappeared and reappeared behind Sam, punching Sam's head and sending him flying towards the castle wall. Shit. Sam!
Payback time, fuckface!
Malix flew at Sam's body like a bullet and began to slam his fists into him, the wall cracking and caving around him and around Sam's body. Help him or stay back. I mean... Seems pretty obvious we should help him, right? I mean, like, seems pretty obvious to me. Help him! I wasn't going to be helpless this time. Besides, I was confident that I was still protected by my grandfather's protection spell against hellborn magic. Oh. I didn't fucking remember that, but okay, I'm glad you did. I quickly rushed forward and prepared an attack, but Malix quickly turned his eyes to me and with a large smirk, swung his arm towards me, revealing a sharp red blade.
Die!
I didn't get a chance to blink before suddenly being ripped from life. Oh shit, did I just die? Darkness welcomed me as the ruthless swing cut through my neck and ended me. How could this be? What? The last thing I heard was Sam screaming my name. What? End. Hand of the devil. E. What? Oh, come on! That's so stupid. Okay, whatever. I guess we're staying back. Part of me knew better than to try. Malix probably had a weapon, and if I knew anything about Malix, he would use that against me without hesitation. I was out of energy even to defend myself from him, and I was sure that's what my grandfather's protection spell ran on. Okay. Whatever. He wanted to beat Sam before trying to kill him. Okay. His bride was one downfall of his that I remembered quite clearly. Stuff. Malix continued to pound punch upon punch onto Sam's body, making the body-shaped indentation in the castle wall that much deeper. However, with a small flash of red light, heat suddenly began to erupt from the center. Yeah, dragon magic, baby. Malix was suddenly forced back from a bright energy pulse as Sam pushed himself out of the hole he was trapped in. Around his body were green flickering waves of energy pulsing in time with Sam's breath. Ooh, cool. I stared in shock, watching smoke rise from the creases of Sam's mouth and his nostrils as he formed a large sword in his hands. Something in his eyes was burning as he fueled it with rage.
Ooh, got some fire this time, huh?
Yeah. Hellfire! Hellfire! Malix raised her arm at his side, forming a large sword with a red blade and chain connecting to the hilt to his belt. That doesn't seem like a smart thing. Like, having a chain of the sword on you, like, I feel like that could, one, that limits you, and two, like, I mean, it'd be good if, you know, if someone tries to disarm you, your thing is right there. But, like, at the same time, I feel like it could be used against you, but what the hell do I know? I don't fight.
Well, so do I.
Malix and Sam rushed at each other, slamming their swords into each other with reckless speed. I couldn't understand how Malix gained the ability to be as fast as Sam, but something about the devil was very different from the first and last time I had seen him. He was much more cocky, and there was some sort of strength within him that frightened me more than before. However, I felt that Sam still had the upper hand. There was no way he would let Malix win. Sam flipped over Malix and slashed at his back, opening the fabric of his vest, but not deep enough to make contact with skin. Oh, come on. Malix snarled and spun around, reinitiating their clash of swords.
What's wrong, pretty boy? You seem to be holding back.
I don't need to waste energy killing you!
Yeah, really. At last, their swords slammed against one another, a screech echoing through the air, both pushed against one another, snarling into each other's faces.
It's pointless, Incubus! This world is fucked!
Tell that to Satan when you die!
I love Sam. Suddenly, Sam suddenly lifted his foot up and jammed it into Malix's chest, kicking him back towards the castle wall. With a grunt and crack of broken ribs reverberating through the air, Malix slid back and glared at Sam. However, the glare quickly died into a look of sadistic amusement as Malix rolled his shoulders and stood back up, as if he just shrugged off the injury. Around his body grew a bright orange and red flame, causing waves of heat to pulse through the air around us. So he's getting, like, power from hell.
You want a final showdown? You got it!
I'm pretty sure that's what we've been doing this whole time. You're slow. Sam, with a smirk of his own, stood tall with fast-growing green and red aura surrounding his form. Oh yeah, the faint outline of dragons danced within the tongues of the flames as Sam seemed to charge a powerful attack.
It's over, Malix.
I watched as they both charged up their final attacks and forced their palms out towards each other. Green and red orbs of light shot out from each of their hands and collided, followed by brilliant rays that pushed them forward and into each other. I had to shut my eyes, blocking the flash of light from blinding my vision, before looking back up and seeing the bout with a gasp. The air around the orbs pulsed heavily, whipping in all directions and fueled by both the demon and the devil. The orbs ground into one another, lightning and fire bursting from the minuscule space between them. Both opponents had their eyes locked on each other as the earth around them bent and bowed away from the collision of their power. The green orb seemed to quake with the shadows of the dragons in the center, pressing against the wall of the orb and forcing it forward against its obstacle. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble, like, visualizing this in my head. Still, they were somehow equally matched. How could this be?
Within your remaining energy, child. It is the only way to end this.
Sure, babe. The voice of the dragon rang in my head as I stared at Sam. His face tightened in pure anger and determination. He was giving as much as he could, but I knew that he was holding back to save energy for his father. I took a breath and quickly rushed over to Sam, grabbing hold of his arm and feeling his body naturally pull energy from me. Ugh!
What are you doing?
Ending this together! Sam stared at me, causing his orb to falter, but I passed my energy onto him. Sam nodded and focused back on Malix, concentrating his orb forward with both his energy and mine. Malix would not win. I would not let him. At last, the deadlock became pressed as Sam's orb pushed Malix's back, inch by inch, with each push getting stronger and faster. I could feel myself growing dizzy, but I didn't care. This was Malix's last stand.
What? No!
I glared hard at Malix as the clash between them became full of green energy, cutting through the devil's attack with ease. Didn't seem like it was with ease a second ago. Last, the dragon reached their prey as the orb finally clashed into Malix's body, enveloping him in light.
No!
That was a good no. Sam and I held on to each other, letting go of the energy ray and covering our eyes, with Sam covering me with his arm. We dug into our heels into the earth, struggling to stay in place as energy pushed us away from Malix. The gust pressed and rushed against our bodies until at last the wind stopped. Sam and I slowly lifted our heads and looked over, wanting to see what had become of Malix. I hope he's a stain on the wall. There is no trace of him. The spot where he stood was charred, and the smoke that rose from the ashes of the area danced in the air like rising dragons. It's pretty cool. We did it. We killed him at last. But if he dies, doesn't he just go back to the hell realm and then, like, he's like dead, but like not? Like, what? I don't understand. I crumbled to my knees, slamming my hands into the ground to keep myself upright as I panted. I was worn out. If I hadn't been out of energy before, I definitely was now. Sam quickly dropped to his knees down beside me, wrapping an arm around my shoulders and laying a careful hand on my arm.
Whoa! Are you okay?
Yeah, you know, I was just look at you and I just faint, you know. I nodded, obviously lying, but I knew that we had more important things to worry about. Malix was gone, hopefully dead for real, and we were at the castle gates, ready to charge in and fight the Demon Lord. As Sam and I looked up, we both locked our sights on a window exploding with a figure flying out of it. As the figure flapped their wings and steadied themselves, they swooped back inside. Diana! I gripped Sam's arm and lifted myself up, knowing that we had to get inside.
You good?
No, not really. Yeah, let's just go. Sam nodded before taking my hand and rushing forward, speeding through the twists and turns of the castle towards a large archway leading up to the tower where we could hear Diana and the Demon Lord fighting above. Sam and I raced up to the stairs of the tower, hearing the echoed cries and clashes of steel bouncing off of the stone walls. My heart began to race as the sound of weapons beating stopped, with Diana screaming. Oh, shit. Oh, babe!
Enough!
Oh, shit. Ooh, we get to see something new! Something new, something new! Oh, I love, I keep thinking rose-colored windows, but stained glass windows. I know that, like, that's a little weird of a window, but I still like it. Sam and I finally reached a stop, staring wide at the sight of the Demon Lord and Diana. The Demon Lord had Diana's throat and hand in a hard grip as his other hand gripped onto her wings, fingers digging into them roughly. Oh, fuck, man. We could barely react as the Demon Lord ripped them off of Diana's back by pulling Diana's body in the opposite direction. Oh, God. Oh, I never want to hear that sound again. Oh, the Demon Lord, basking in his success, lifted the torn wings to his mouth and let blood dribble from the open wounds onto his tongue. Ugh, I fought not to gag at the sight. Dude, what the fuck? Ugh! Sam, however, shouted and made the room shake with his voice. His rage showed his feelings clearly, despite seeing the one who fathered him after years of separation.
Hey, shithead!
I'm so glad. Ugh, knowing what you just did, I can't even, like, look at him right now. Oh, God. Demon Lord instantly peered over, locking his eyes onto Sam's form as Sam began to step forward. Appeased with the new challenger, the Demon Lord licked his lips and tossed Diana to the side. Oh, God. Diana landed with a hard thud and slid across the floor, slamming against one of the stone frames that kept the stained glass of the room together. On her back were two large open wounds that weren't healing or fading away into her body like I expected. Diana!
Go check on her. This bastard is mine.
Don't need to tell me twice. Sam continued to walk forward as I nodded and rushed over to Diana. She struggled to push herself onto her hands, falling back on the floor in failure as I approached. I gotcha, hold on.
Settle.
Before my eyes, a small white light flashed beside us, revealing Seto. He quickly looked around before he looked down at Diana and rushed to his knees beside her. As I got onto my knees and helped Diana get up onto hers, seeing her warm and tired face. As she got up, she instantly fell to the side into Seto's arms. Seto quickly wrapped his arms around Diana and kissed her head, most likely trying to feed her energy to heal. Her back wounds, despite the energy, were not closing. All around her body were slash marks and bruises from the intense struggle, but I already knew that she had put up a good fight. Now it was Sam's turn. Oh, I'm just gonna turn away? What? No, Diana! You're missing your wings! Ugh. The Demon Lord raised his arms to his sides, visually challenging his new opponent with a wide smirk on his face and a scowl in his eyes.
So you wanna die too? I always knew you were a disgrace.
Bitch, I'm gonna wipe the floor with you.
I've waited a long time to kick your ass.
Oh my God. He is so cute! Oh, I love it. I love it so much. He looks so good. I'm dead. I've died and gone to heaven. This is it. Sam glared hard at the Demon Lord before reaching up and summoning his sword. As he did, flames began to quickly engulf his body, twisting and shaping into multiple dragons that brought surprise and fear into the Demon Lord's eyes. Yeah, that's right, bitch, I got dragons on my side!
You will burn and fall into the darkest depths of the abyss where you belong.
Damn. You should put that on postcard. The Demon Lord, however, snarled and summoned his own blade, ready to battle. There was no more room to place threats. Their blades would speak for them now. Sam and the Demon Lord rushed at each other, arching their blades at each other and slamming their swords together. As they clashed, red lightning and wildfire shot out from the impact between them. This did not deter Sam and the Demon Lord from slashing and swinging again at each other, pairing over and over with murderous vigor. It was like watching fireworks go off in a massive storm. The flames around Sam began to circle around him and the Demon Lord, forming an inescapable ring around them. This was going to be the battle to the death, by flame or by sword. Neither opponent seemed to hold anything back.
How? How did you get this power?
I fucked a dragon.
Doesn't matter how! All you need to know is that I'm gonna use it to kill you!
I love Sam. The Demon Lord grabbed hold of Sam's sword and kicked Sam's hand to make him release it. However, as the sword left Sam's hand, it vanished and reappeared in Sam's grip, as it belonged there. Using the opportunity, Sam slashed at the Demon Lord and carved a deep line into the Demon Lord's chest. I love how he's been fighting for 2 minutes and he's already done more damage to the Demon Lord than Diana did. That scream. Grah! 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 The Demon Lord stepped back, gripping his chest as before my eyes the skin around the wound began to burn and release black smoke. The Demon Lord snarled in reply, swinging his sword again at Sam.
You're dead!
No. The Demon Lord pummeled a barrage of slashes and swipes at Sam with his sword, only to be blocked and parried each time. I felt a hopeful smile grow on my face. We are gonna win. The strange excitement of the situation filled my body with joy. I was going to go home and be with my family and friends and live in the human world. What? Sam and I were going to live happily ever after, and this was the door to get us there. This is kind of a strange thought to be having right now. We're gonna go home. Sam and the Demon Lord jumped away from each other, glaring hard at one another as they began to circle each other. Weak.
Needing power of a dragon to defeat me?
I mean, why not?
You don't fucking get it, do you? I don't just have the power of a dragon.
I am a dragon. My eyes couldn't believe what I was seeing. A pair of wings wreathed in flame suddenly erupted from Sam's back, lifting him into the air. Sam's voice boomed through the air, filled with magic, rage, and power.
I am a dragon!
I fucking called it. I called that shit. Sam raised his sword, causing it to become engulfed in red and green flames before swinging it down on the Demon Lord. As it clashed with the Demon Lord's sword, a burst of flame erupted from between the blades. Grah! Each block of the Demon Lord had caused another burst to explode in his sight. What? Oh, each block. Sparks and flame licked violently against his skin as he tried to defend himself from the dragon that was Sam. Soon enough, even the Demon Lord couldn't defend anymore. Sam knocked the Demon Lord's sword away, causing it to slide against the floor outside of the ring of fire.
Now!
Yeah!
It's over!
Yeah, it is. Sam swooped at the Demon Lord and jammed his blade into the Demon Lord's chest, making a resounding gasp of pain echo through the flames. The Demon Lord's eyes wavered, staring at the far walls. The flames around them began to die out. Black and red smoke rose above the blade, dancing around the Demon Lord's body and dissipating into the air above. Ooh.
Goodbye, old man.
That almost sounded affectionate. Sam gripped his sword with both hands and yanked the sword out from his father's body, making the Demon Lord arc back before falling forward. Smoke continued to rise and engulf the Demon Lord's body, as if it was beginning to cremate itself after death. As the Demon Lord let out his last breath, silence at last engulfed the room, only interrupted by the sound of Sam's labored breathing. It was over. It's finally over. I could feel tears well up in my eyes as the situation sank into my body, causing me to place my hands on the floor and stare into the dark marble. We did it. We really did it. Hey, babe. We looked at Sam, seeing him land softly on the ground while his wings vanished into a cloud of smoke. As he turned to me, I could see the exhaustion hit his body like a tidal wave. One step towards me brought him crashing down to his knees. Sam! Before I could even stand to run to him, Sam lifted his head, laughing tiredly.
I'm fine. Calm down.
I relaxed for a moment, relieved to know that he was all right. Felt myself let out a sigh as I heard Diana chuckle beside me.
He wore you out that fast? You're not as tough as you look, brute.
Bitch. Well, I'll be nice. She just lost her wings. Sam chuckled and raised a middle finger at Diana, curling his shoulders over himself as he tried to breathe and relax from the whole ordeal. I felt myself laugh as I took in the situation as well. I do a lot of taking in the situation. That's my role in this. I'm just absorbing what's happening around me. The war was over. It was...
I won't be the only one who dies here.
Oh, shit. His whispered voice barely reached my ears. It couldn't be. I looked over, horrified, as I saw the demon lord, barely pushing up onto his hands, glared at me through the smoke surrounding him with the crazed, almost psychotic eyes. He suddenly pointed his hand at me. Everyone else had only just turned around to see him.
Die!
Oh no, he's killing me! Ah! Within a mere breath of a second, a line of red lightning was fired straight at me from his outstretched hand. I didn't have time to react. I didn't have time to think. Time seemed to move in slow motion as the red bolt inched closer to my body, about to make impact with my sternum. Sam, despite his speed, wasn't fast enough to stop its journey towards my chest. Oh, shit. I could only see my life flash before my eyes. It was over. Are you kidding me? What the fuck? No! Oh, no, Diana, no! I felt my body being pushed violently to the side, away from the incoming attack. I turned my head as I was pushed and stared wide-eyed at who was pushing me away. Oh no! No! With a crash, the window behind us shattered, with Diana flying out of it. Diana, who had been beside me the entire fight, stared at the incoming attack as she took my place in its trajectory. There was no time to shout back. There wasn't any time to stop it from happening. I could only watch as the ray slammed against Diana's chest and forced her body backwards into the stained glass behind us. My gaze followed Diana's body, seeing her look to me with a sad, teary-eyed smile. There were no words that could be said as she flew into the air. There was no way to grab her or pull her back. She's gonna go into the sea! All I could do was watch as Diana's body arced and plummet down towards the decaying sea below. She no longer had her wings, so she couldn't fly to save herself. No, that's so cruel. She doesn't deserve that. She doesn't deserve to fall forever in a pit. No. Oh, I'm so upset.
Any creature unfortunate enough to fall into that cursed stretch of water will be doomed to sink into an endless black void. They can never die due to the dark magic in the water, but they can never come back up. There is no saving them.
No! I reached out, despite the futility of it, towards Diana and watched her sink through the air as gravity took hold. I barely had time to blink as a figure ran past my body and pushed off the ledge of the window, zipping straight towards Diana's body. Does Seto have wings?
Isaiah!
Oh no, Seto! Seto, face pale as snow, had projected his body towards her and had managed to wrap his arms around her form, causing her to cling to him. Both demons, however, plummeted down towards the dark waters, quickly vanishing from sight. Oh no! I couldn't even see the splash their bodies made as they hit the water's surface. Diana! I gripped the edge of the tower, not believing what I was seeing. This couldn't have been real. Diana and Seto were gone? Even as Seto called her name? Even as magic was on their side? How could they be gone? The garbled noise of the demon lord's throat being impaled barely caused me to turn and see Sam ram his sword through his father's neck. At last, the demon lord fell, lifeless for sure. However, my vision became obscured by tears. Oh no! Oh, I'm so upset. Seto doesn't have wings? He's part angel? Come on. And it's dark magic, right? He's got holy magic. Excuse me. I'm really upset. Don't mind the burping. I burp when I'm nervous. That was a Markiplier reference. I'm sorry. I watched behind a veil of tears as Sam rushed over to me and wrapped his arms around me, pulling me close and laying my head on his shoulder. Oh.
Are you okay?
No! I could barely even utter a no or shake my head. I buried my face into Sam's shoulder, gripping to him as the sight of Diana falling burned itself into my memory. I felt something in my soul lift and disappear, but I couldn't have cared less. What? I felt something in my soul lift and disappear. Oh, the curse. I heard the heavy sounds of footsteps rush towards me, but I didn't lift my head up.
Sam!
Wait, where's...
Diana and Sarah were gone.
Gone?
They fell into the sea.
I felt Sam nod, still hugging me tightly. He held my head close to him as he spoke for us.
Diana saved her from that bastard's last attack. The guard jumped after her.
A sad silence engulfed the room. What could have been said? The Demon Lord was defeated, but the rebellion had lost its queen. For a moment, the world felt dark and cold, as if the world had been lost alongside Diana despite the rebellion obtaining victory. I gripped onto Sam, feeling deep sadness. Diana saved my life, sheltered me, and fell into a seemingly endless sea because of me. Sam, feeling my anguish, tightened his embrace around me and let me bury my face in his chest. The war had ended at last, but now what do we do? At least, that's what I thought. What? Sam gently loosened his brace around me and looked to the remaining rebel demons with a hard gaze. I looked up, wiping my eyes in confusion. What's going on?
Will you all honor her words?
What?
Her... words? Wait, she gave it to you?
What? What? There was more? What did Sam mean? Faye looked to her companions as they stared at Sam in shock.
Well, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
We can't exactly refuse the Lord of Dragons.
What? I looked up at Sam, feeling completely lost. What is happening right now? Sam looked down at me and helped me stand before releasing my body and stepped away from me. With a sigh, he looked down at the floor. No, don't step away from me. Sam?
Diana made me promise something. If she died,
then... Sam looked to his brothers in nervousness. I looked over as well to see them confused but ushering him to continue before turning back to Sam and holding his hands. Then what?
If she died, then I'd step in for the rebellion and take the throne.
I stared wide-eyed at Sam. What? Sam was now the leader of the rebellion? What are the others? I looked to the other rebel leaders to see them now bow their heads to Sam, answering my mental question and causing me to look back to my fiancé. Okay, so... hold the phone. So it didn't even matter that they were conspiring to kill her, because she died. Like, there was no way to save her. I didn't have any choices during that fight, so, like, she just dies in this route. Like, no choice. What? Oh, I'm so sad. So, I mean, I guess that's good, but, like, okay. What about us? Would Sam leave me? Would he make me stay? Did that make me a queen? Did that mean I had to stay no matter what? We had to stay. What about the human world? Sam, most likely feeling my nervousness in my hands, Grassman gently pulled me to him.
Look, I made a promise to her, but I'm yours first.
Aw.
If taking the throne means leaving you, then I'd rather burn it.
Aw, okay, well. Oh god, that means I have to choose, don't I?
Hey!
Oh, shit. Sam. His eyes burned into my gaze, showing me his utter devotion. He was serious about needing to take it, but I knew that he would never leave me or force me away from him. Sam gently rubbed my hands with his thumbs and stared down at them.
So, I'm leaving the choice up to you. The Demon Lord's dead, so we can go back and live normal lives and whatever in the human world.
Okay, you obviously don't like that choice. Or we can stay and rule the demon world. Sam nodded, affirming my assumption. That's a tall order, friends. I wasn't sure how to respond. The dream of me looking back to see my family and friends began to haunt me. Yeah, I didn't even say goodbye. I never got married. Couldn't we just... Okay. Does it have to be all or nothing? Couldn't we go back to the human world, get married, I can say my goodbyes, and then we'll come and rule? How about that? If I stayed, I would never be able to see them again. More than that, would the demon world even accept a human queen? Yeah, that's a really good point. Would I have to become a demon or something? Sam nodded. Oh my god, I want to be a demon so bad. Let's go. Sam nodded as Shadow stepped up.
Naturally, demons would never accept a human as their ruler. Besides, While it is impossible for a demon to be separated from their magic and become human, the same isn't the case the other way around.
Okay.
We'd be able to turn you into a succubus, a demon of Lilith, as they were originally formed from a being who was once human before.
Oh my god. This is the best fucking thing ever! So I'd be a succubus if I stayed, but I'd be ripping myself away from my family, my friends. Was it fair to them? Was it fair to me? What about my family and my friends? Sam lowered his head as James stepped forward.
If you decide to stay, then we would be tasked with asking angels to remove any memories of you from the human world.
Oh shit! I'd be wiped. My heart dropped. My parents, my friends, anyone who knew me would forget. It would be for the best, but to think I would no longer exist for them made my eyes water slightly. Yeah, and this is the only route in which we really talk to our best friends from the first game. That was this one, right? Yeah. This is the only one in which we actually talk to our friends from the first game. Oh my gosh. And it was all because I'm gonna have to leave them. No, this is so sad. I wasn't sure what to say. I felt myself freeze in place, unsure whether to run back into the light of the human world or to stay in the dark of the demon world. Okay, it's not light or darkness. The demon world's a great place. I could feel the situation sink hard into my stomach, but I knew I had to make the choice. Thoughts of Diana pushing me away from the demon lord's final attack replayed in my head, reminding me that she gave her life for me, when she was meant to take up the responsibility of having the world on her shoulders. Sam gripped my hands tightly, causing me to gaze up into his eyes.
I know this is a big decision, but just know that whatever you choose, I'll be with you no matter what.
Oh, Sam, you're too good. Like, he's so brutish, but he's just, like, on another, like, dimension of love. There's, like, a hierarchy, and he's at the top of it. I stared up at him, seeing an endless world of love buried within his emerald irises. He would put me first no matter what. But what would I choose? My family and friends were important to me, but this world is important too. I closed my eyes, remembering my grandfather's words. You should do what makes you happy. I opened my eyes and smiled at Sam, my heart finally reaching a decision. Well, it didn't take that long. I want... Oh boy, obviously we're saving the hell out of this, because I have a feeling that we could get two different endings right here. So we are staying. This was Sam's home. This was the place Diana and the entire rebellion had fought to protect and save. My time here made this world precious to me, and I wanted to take care of it as Diana would have done. My heart gave a gentle thump, letting me know that I had made the right decision. Sam smiled brightly and nodded. Yeah, I bet he's like, fuck yeah! His brothers and their wives nodded, accepting my answer, but the rebel leaders lowered their heads in respect to me and Sam. Oh, that's so weird. I quickly turned to them and smiled, knowing that they needed to be there and help us rebuild the world we were left with. We hope all of you will help us rebuild this world. Diana would have wanted that. A lump in my throat almost blocked me from finishing the sentence. It was deeply painful to refer to Diana as dead, as she gave her life for me. But the world needed a leader, and now it had a strong group of people ready to lead it. The four rebel leaders looked to each other and nodded. I don't trust them. They didn't like Diana, why would they like us? Like, we're gonna have to eliminate them, Sam. We're gonna have to kill them all.
We will do our best. Thank you for trusting us.
Oh, fuck that. I don't trust you.
What are we gonna do first? We could do all kinds of really amazing things, like rebuild the forests. No! Wait! Have a party! Wait! No!
Okay, I'll let Faye live.
Faye, quiet.
You die.
Oh, lighten up. The war is over. We have a reason to celebrate.
I smiled, happy to know that the world was in good hands. However, Faye took a breath and looked to me with a small smile before forming a small lavender-colored lily in her hands. What?
Before we turn you into a demon, though, since Diana is... well... she wanted to give you this.
You can hand it? I thought she could only do it. I stared at the flower in surprise. What was it? I reached out and took it into my hands, practically feeling magic and energy run through it. It's beautiful.
A flower of Lilith. But how can that be?
They were said to have died out generations ago.
I continued to stare at the flower, entranced by its spell. It was such a gorgeous-looking flower, I could barely tear my eyes away.
Put it behind your ear. I think she said it was magical or something.
I tilted my head before nodding and lifting it to tuck behind my ear. I want to see this shit. Why have we not seen it yet? That makes me mad. As it settled against my ear, I felt mist circle my head and form into a crown of lavender lilies that I could see in the reflection of the remains of the stained glass window. The way everyone looked at me made me feel like I was in my bridal gear already.
Whoa.
I bet Sam's like, instant boner.
Amazing!
I would like to see it, but you know, whatever. Looked at Sam, seeing him grin ear to ear at the sight of me. I blushed, feeling somehow timid with the flower crown on my head, but happy to know that it had rendered my husband speechless. Yeah, I don't even think my wedding dress did that. However, as I lifted my hand to the flowers, feeling their soft petals, I could feel the world fade to a white color. Huh? From the direction of where Diana had fallen, a figure stepped towards me, bathed in light. I covered my eyes with my arm for a moment before seeing who it was. Diana. With a smile, Diana stopped in front of me and gently ran her hand along the crown over the petals of the flowers. I stared wide-eyed at Diana, unbelieving that I was seeing her.
I have to say, I'm shocked. But I'm very happy knowing my world is in good hands.
Aww, Diana. Diana chuckled, stopping me from whatever I was planning on saying, before cupping my chin to make me gaze into her eyes.
Promise me that you will take care of the I mean, the king of the demon world. A king is no one without his queen. And in the demon world, the queen is the ultimate power.
Oh shit, fam, I'm not ready for that. I don't even know all the different kinds of demons and I'm gonna rule over them. Jesus Christ. Don't tell me that. I felt tears form and drip down my cheeks, but I nodded. Something in my heart lifted and I felt at ease with everything. I had made the right choice. With a smile, Diana tilted forward and kissed my forehead beneath the crown before stepping away.
May you be happy with your choice, dear. And thank you.
Oh, good. I'm really glad Sero can be with her, because, like, if she was just, like, infinitely, like, falling with Sero, I'd be really fucking upset. Though, does this mean that she's, like, actually dead? Maybe Sero baptized them both so that they could go to heaven. Diana slowly turned and began to walk further away into the light of the area. Sero, who was also bathed in light, slowly appeared and waited for Diana with an arm out for her. Diana took his hand and smiled up at him before looking back to me, nodding and walking away. As they both vanished into the light, the world around me reappeared with everyone staring at me in shock.
Whoa, hey. Are you alright?
What happened while I was out? What? Huh? I quickly looked at Sam before lifting my hand to my cheek, feeling the trails of my rogue tears left behind over my skin. I wiped my eyes and cheeks before nodding, laughing softly. I'm sorry. I'm fine. I smiled brightly, taking in a breath, and looked over to Sam while taking his hands. Let's rebuild this world together. Together.
Well, you did it! Congratulations! You've made it to the end of your story. I have to say, I am very surprised at how it turned out.
Me too.
Nevertheless, I'm glad things worked out in the end, whether it was for the better or otherwise. Oh, crap! I'm sorry. I'm glad everything worked out, Your Highness. Did you ever imagine that you'd end up being a queen?
Fuck no, I did not.
That is so fantastic, though!
I don't know about that.
Think about it. You are technically the second human to become a full-fledged demon and become royalty.
This is a lot to take in. I want a fucking picture of myself as a demon, goddammit. I want to know my aura. I want to know what my stripes look like. I want to know what my horns look like. Come on.
Anyways, you've been through a lot, so why don't we skip to... Huh? You want to know what happened after the war? Well, I guess I could tell you. After the war was finished, the entire rebellion celebrated. Word spread far and wide about the rebellion's success, and soon every kingdom in the abyssal plains had become united with the new authority. You would think demons would be more hostile towards each other, being demons and all, but the threat of the Demon Lord was what brought the entire world together. Because of the tragedy of Diana and Sarah, you and Sam took up the throne of the entire demon world. You were transformed into a succubus and ruled at Sam's side. Many demons knew you were a human first, but didn't dare speak ill of you, since you were the queen and the wife of the fabled Lord of Dragons.
So, like...
Huh? You don't know the legend? Well, it's an old tale, but to basically sum it up, when a demon has a pure heart full of true strength and love, he will possess the power to conquer and consume the power of a dragon, making him the Lord of Dragons. Man, guess you got lucky, huh? You're pretty much married to the strongest demon, not just in the demon world, but all 5 worlds.
That's pretty cool.
Anyways, you and Sam were able to bring the world together and bring about an everlasting peace. With the rebel leaders beside you to help you along the way, you both helped shape the world for a bright future.
Talk about happily ever after. I mean, like, it's one thing to say, like, and then there was peace for a long time, but everlasting? Like, goddamn.
And I believe that is everything that happened after, well, except for your story anyway.
Oh?
Since you rule the demon world now, how the demon world runs is entirely up to you. I'm sure Sam will happily walk along with you on your new adventure. After all, while demon marriage is entirely up to you, ruling an entire plane of existence is a whole new ballgame. But I'm sure you can handle it.
Let's get this demon marriage going.
Huh? How do I know? Well, I'm pretty confident that you'll rock the queen thing. Take a look for yourself.
Oh, thank God. I actually get to see it instead of just like, you know, you talking at me. To become a demon was an entirely new adventure for me, one I was very eager to go through. The ritual involved in turning me into a succubus, involved candles and lilies and magic spinning through the air in threads of power. Being that I was a seemingly endless cask of energy, going through with the ritual was surprisingly easy to do. I was allowed to keep my memories of the human world, but my skin became etched with dark lavender markings. Oh, okay, so I look like Diana. What really surprised everyone were my horns. Instead of having one on each side of my head, I had 2. So I have 4 horns. One each side curling around like ram's horns, and the second pair protruding up like mini bull horns. Like, come on, let me see it. Why isn't that a picture? Oh my God, I'm so upset. Apparently, it was the mark of a truly powerful demon. I was very proud of myself for the accomplishment regardless. The wedding was even stranger, however. There were so many things involved that I could barely wrap my head around it. But one thing I was able to remember was orbs forming in front of our chests and an eternal green and lavender light connecting both. Was this the binding of souls? From that day on, I could almost sense whatever emotion Sam was feeling. I was able to find him anywhere and know that he was alright. It became a major asset as we became queen and king of the Abyssal Plains. It took me a long period to get used to the feeling of being royalty. I had responsibilities, duties as a matriarch of an entire world, and it frightened me beyond anything. However, the touch of Sam's hand in mine always managed to dissolve my fears. Yeah, well, I'm sure he feels every time I'm scared, so... However, there was never a day that went by that I didn't think about what had happened before I was a demon. It was a heavy chapter of my life, one that tested the love between me and Sam. To think that I was married to the Lord of Dragons. Apparently, it was a very powerful title to own, and I happened to be in love with the man who carried it. A title like that, I was sure, carried a large amount of responsibility. Still, I was confident that we would get through it and stay together no matter what came our way. Demon, devil, dragon, it didn't matter to us. We were unstoppable together. The memory of my own power tinged through me every time I grew confident, eagerly reminding me that I had strength of my own. I would never let anyone become between me and Sam ever again. The role of queen quickly became one of stress and moral questioning. There were always 10 or 20 issues every day to deal with, dozens more to look into, and hundreds more still to simply hear about. The guest room I was once human in became an escape from my duties. While the bed Sam and I shared in our master bedroom was obnoxiously large, I felt more comfortable in peace of the smaller bed that I had once claimed for a week. There were even times I would glamour myself human once more and simply sleep. Since demons didn't sleep, I was constantly working, but it was nice on the rare occasion to shut my eyes and let myself become lost in a dream world once more. Sometimes Sam would join me. It was adorable remembering his sleeping face, a goofy grin, hair ruffled and wild, all in all peaceful. As much as we were perfectly fine being demons, it became a treat to indulge in the feeling of having human forms, especially not having horns to adjust for when lying down. Yeah, you can't even lay on your side. Despite the danger of closing one's eyes in the demon world, I was confident that we were safe. Now I'm still upset. I still really want to see the main character with her horns. I let the memories of my past flutter around my head as I lay in bed, slowly easing myself up from the dream world and back into reality. When my eyes fluttered open, I could only smile at the sight beside me. Ooh, do we get to see it? No. Remaining in my human form just a while longer, I slowly sat up and stared at the sleeping Lord of Dragons, feeling waves of contentment and joy rush through me at the sight. As my eyes traveled up, I took notice of the lily on the nightstand. It was Diana's lily, and it was the only fresh decoration in the room, in remembrance of the past. It was in a beautiful vase decorated by a demon craftsman, decorated the nightstand perfectly. Because of its magical nature, it was still alive, and looked as freshly blossomed as the day I received it. Despite it being a bittersweet day, Sam and I cherished the lily and cared for it a lot. It was a physical memory of a strong chapter in my life, and I felt blessed to have it still. I let out another sigh before gently nudging Sam. Sam, it's almost noon. Come on. Sam didn't move, but I simply chuckled. He was indeed a deep sleeper. I gently leaned in and kissed Sam's cheek, hoping to break the spell sleep on him with the true love's kiss. It's time to get up, Sam.
5 more minutes.
No. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. It's hard to imagine him being all like, fucking shit when he's like that. I could only laugh with her crawling further onto the couch and sitting beside him. While breakfast was waiting, Sam deserved to sleep a bit longer. He had been working hard as the king, so it was no surprise to see him struggle to get up. I rustled Sam's hair a bit, making him groan and push my hand off tiredly, only spurring me to laugh harder. As I did, Sam finally opened an eye and stared up at me, an exhausted gaze over his eye. Covered my mouth and giggled, a little apologetic for waking him up with my laughter. Sorry, I'll be quiet. Sam shook his head and yawned, stretching his arms and shutting his eyes before opening them again and lazily looking at me up from the pillow. So, what
Morning,
was he right
doofus.
Morning. Morning, Sam. I think we may have overslept. Sam gave me a toothy grin before gently pulling me down to lay beside him. Whoa, Sam! I was silenced by Sam nuzzling my shoulder and pulling me close to cuddle against my body. My face began to feel warm as I felt his warmth around me.
We'll do our duties later. I want to stay here for a while.
I took the moment in before nodding and wrapped my arms around him, nuzzling his chest. Sam smiled and kissed my head, relaxing into the embrace. He was perfect in my arms, and nothing could have been better than being in his arms. You said that already. It was like laying in paradise. Did you have a good sleep?
Mm-hmm. You?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Our words became simple, but our embrace only intensified our love for each other. Well, yeah, we could, sense each other's emotions, so we're, feeding off each other in a way, because it's if I'm happy, then he feels happy, and then he feels happy, and then I feel happy, and it's just the bed became like a cloud in the room, almost lost its shape in my eyes, as all I could focus on was Sam.
I love you. You know that, right?
No, I don't. I love you, too.
I mean it. I love you and care about you so much.
Looked up at Sam, seeing the love he spoke of burned brightly in his eyes as he locked his gaze with mine. Felt my heart beat wildly in my chest before leaning up and nuzzling my forehead to his with a peaceful and happy smile. And I you, Eomaris, more than anyone will ever know. There was nothing more that needed to be said. Our love was simple but powerful enough to move continents. Our love may have seemed plain at a glance, but within our hearts burned the flames of our devotion and passion for one another. I don't know, I don't think it's simple at all. Couldn't stop my smile from growing before leaning in and kissing Sam lovingly, feeling him kiss back with the same amount of love and passion I had. No matter what, we would always find each other. We would always wind back up in each other's arms, and we would fly through every obstacle in our way on the wings of love. That's so That's so cheesy. And that was my perfect happily ever after. A new life. Well, shit, fam. It's pretty awesome. I want to... Gallery. Sam. Did we get them all? Oh god, there's only 3. And this I got from the sex scene. There's only 2. I feel like I missed one somehow. I forgot why he was fighting. Oh, right. He was fighting Seto. Actually, did we get any, like, new general ones? Why am I missing so many? Ugh, that bothers me so much. Well, as wonderful as that ending was, we gotta get the other one. Alright, we're gonna be selfish little shits. My heart belonged there. I was human after all. I knew that the demon world was important to Sam and Diana, but I would never have been truly happy here. I missed the blue sky, and the sweet air of home called me back. The curse on me had been lifted. We fought in the war to return home. That's what we had to do. Sam smiled slightly and nodded. The incubi and the wives smiled as well, but the rebel leaders lowered their heads and looked at each other in concern. I quickly turned to them, not wanting to leave them without a plan. Work together to rebuild this world. Diana would have wanted that from all of you. A lump in my throat almost blocked me from finishing the sentence. Right.
We will do our best. Thank you for trusting the world with us.
What are we gonna do first? We could do all kinds.
Same thing.
Quiet.
Oh, lighten up. The war is over. We have a reason to celebrate.
Yes.
Before you go, though, since
we already know this. Yep. I wonder if it's gonna disintegrate.
Flower of Lilith.
They were said to have died.
Put it behind your ear.
Okay, so I still get the flower crown, even though I'm abandoning this world like a little bitch, but alright.
Whoa.
Amazing!
Rendered speechless boyfriend. So Diana.
I expected you to choose the human world. Really, dear. So predictable.
Sorry. Diana.
Well then. Promise me that you will take care of the brute. He needs a strong woman guiding him. And you've been blessed by the flowers of Lilith. So it seems you're up to the task.
Felt tears form and drip down my cheeks, but I nodded. Like before.
May you be happy with your choice, dear. And thank you.
Right, same as before.
Whoa, hey.
And then, what? Uh-huh. Yep. Let's go home. Home.
Well, nevertheless, you and Sam deserve to be happy. I mean, you both went through a dragon's trial to be together. A dragon's trial. Those are tough. Still, it all worked out, right? You defeated the Demon Lord and got to return home to the human world.
That indeed I did.
Anyways, you've been through a lot, so why don't we skip to... Huh? You want to know what happened after the war? Well, I mean, I guess I could tell you. After the war was finished, the entire rebellion celebrated. Word spread far and wide about the rebellion's success, and soon you would think demons would be... Since Diana and Cyril fell to their... demise, and you decided to return to the human world with Sam, the rebel leaders took up the mantle together and vowed to bring peace and prosperity to the demon world. While it was a tough time for them, as a majority of the world still mourned the loss of the rebel queen, they managed to bring the world together and bring a steady peace to the demons within it. They worked diligently to this day, trying to bring equality to the entire world and create a world their queen would have been proud of. And I believe that is everything that happened after... well, except for your story, anyway. Sam and you returned home and prepared to get married at last. No distractions, no kidnappings. Huh? How do I know? Well, I have my ways. Maybe you should check it out.
So I'm a little sad because I didn't get Sergeant's ending. You know what I mean? Okay, well. I guess that means that I have to, like... I guess with the next one... But with the next one, I wanted to do Rabbit's subplot because we haven't done hers yet. Ugh. So much to do. So little time. By the time I returned to the human world, I'd regained all of my pre-wedding jitters. My mind began to furiously worry about the wedding again, all the way until it came time to walk down the aisle. After all, it was surprisingly smooth sailing that. Wow, I can't even talk. I would forever remember the moment the bells chimed and the taste of Sam's lips on mine as we were pronounced husband and wife. The ceremony erupted in cheers and the reception carried the energy into the night. I would go on and on about the wedding and honeymoon, but honestly, after the war, I was more concerned about living my life afterwards. Our lives escalated to new heights after we became officially husband and wife. Sam began to climb the ladder of public service chain and officially became chief of the police. Everyone at work respected him, even criminals that came in after being arrested. Okay, I doubt that, but like, okay. As for me, I began to go through my own success in life, dedicating myself to becoming exactly what I wanted to be. I love how fake that is. After all, my husband was a cop who was also secretly a demon. If I put the same amount of work in as I did in the demon world, then I was going to be okay. Yeah. Same as before. Same as before. Whoa! That's new! We haven't seen that before. I love how it's, like, not drawn. It's, like, mostly CGI. Or models, I should say. Standing over the stove, I took a moment to let my mind wander as the breakfast I was preparing slowly cooked. Sam was still passed out in bed, tired from working the day before, so I let him sleep peacefully. It was adorable remembering his sleeping face. Same as before. We're taking breakfast to him. The plates weren't a problem, but the glasses and jug of orange juice made it a challenge. I, however, was confident in my skill to carry breakfast to our room to surprise Sam. Everything smells great. Let's hope it tastes good, too. I slowly made my way to the bedroom, climbing the stairs one at a time. While it was usually true that you lose your balance the slower you go when carrying something, I didn't want to just bolt up the stairs in hope of getting everything there in one piece. Okay. I'm like, okay, I don't care about you walking up the stairs. I'm sorry. Yep. Putting the food down. The sight of Diana's lily caught my attention. It was a beautiful vase Sam and I custom ordered, decorating the nightstand perfectly, just like before. Bittersweet. Nudging Sam. Sam, it's almost 10. Come on. Am I gonna get the same one? It's time to get up, Sam.
5 more minutes.
It's the same one, just with a different background. I'm so sad. Okay, yeah, same as before. Literally the same as before.
Morning, Doofus. Smells good. Bet it tastes even better.
Ha! I would hope so. Sam gave me a toothy grin before gently pulling me down to lie beside him. Whoa, Sam!
I'll eat in a bit. I want to stay here for a while.
Yep, same as before.
Mm-hmm. You?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I love you.
Yep, same as before.
I mean it. I love you and care about you so much.
I can't help but, like, listen to that line, so. Yep. Just you and me, and... Okay. Now I'm really sad. What the heck? So it... So I'm... Oh! It only... Oh, okay. Well, but I'm still missing 2. Maybe, like, a bad end one? I don't know. Okay. Huh. I'm gonna have to, like, go through and, like, try to get all the like, thingies. Let's see. I'm gonna do a quick search-a-rooney. well. Kind of want to get a bad end over with just because I liked this route so much that I like I don't want to have to go back and do it, but I like need to. Does that make sense? I don't know. But for now, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm out of wine. I need more. Need more after all of that. My god. That was so good, though. That was definitely the best one so far, in my opinion, just because, I mean, we get to become a demon. I'm still super upset that we didn't get to, like, see it, though. I'm like, I feel like we should have gotten art for it, because we only see the main character, like, a couple times. Let's see if... Hello? Okay. It's like clicking a million times and it wasn't happening. Didn't we see ourselves? Yeah. See, we see ourselves like twice here, and we're so pretty and wonderful. But like, oh, I guess Damien's, we see each other like kind of twice. And Diana once. Oh, we just looked there. My bad. Matthew. Yeah, Matthews, we don't see ourselves at all. And obviously we're not going to have anything for James because we haven't done James's route yet. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, I will be back very, very soon. And until then, hopefully we'll see you back. Thanks for watching and hanging out with me and becoming a demon with me. I'll see you later. Bye!